Hello everyone, welcome to PassionWaterTarot. My name is Mama Dude, and it's Monday again. Wow, cards are going everywhere. Spirit wants to talk. It's Missing Person Crime Mondays. The Three of Swords fell out this time, signifying a broken heart, signifying something very tragic. The first case that we're going to talk to Spirit about, the first case that we're going to ask Spirit for answers on, is from 2015. Hold on. Let me double check something. Yes, 2015. July the 10th, 2015. Child. DEORR KUNTZ. You know, when it comes to missing people, they're all emotional. There's always somebody brokenhearted, upset, worried, concerned, needing answers, looking for a solution, and hoping to find their loved one alive and well. When it comes to children, it's even more brokenhearted because they're usually not able to protect themselves or find the resources that adults can come across just from experience. So let's go ahead and invite Holy Spirit, Spirit Guide, angels and ancestors to come into this reading with love and light, to provide the highest level of clarity to those receiving messages. And ask that chakras be cleared to allow those messages to be received with ease for all those coming to the reading, for all those investigating and invested in this case. Alright, so let's talk about DEORR. What happened? Where was he? What's the known or the stated circumstances regarding him going missing? Well, he was born December the 30th to 2012. And on July the 10th, 2015, he went with his parents. A great-grandfather and a friend of the great-grandfather to go camping and spend some time in the great outdoors. They went to Timber Creek Campground in Idaho Falls, Idaho. A very rustic area. This isn't your regular campground. There's no electricity, no running water. You're not hooking up to everyday resources. You have to pack everything in and pack it all out. And it's a very rough terrain to get there. It's a difficult road to travel. The great-grandfather brought an RV. Okay. So let's start it here with the sheriff. Because Lemhi, I want to say that's how you pronounce it, Lemhi County Sheriff Steve Penner says DEORR KUNTZ Jr. deserves to be found, and that the investigation for the missing child is far from over. He just said that for the 6th anniversary of DEORR being missing. Okay. Which was in July. Alright, now we're approaching now, because we're in September. DEORR's birthday's in December. And he would turn 9. His parents are Jessica Mitchell and Bernal DEORR KUNTZ. His great-grandfather's name is Robert Walton, and the friend's name was Isaac Reinwald. Now, I understand that Isaac, through a lot of reports in the investigation I've been doing, is slow learner. More of a person that is more focused on what they're doing right that moment. Okay? Not necessarily observing absolutely everything around them. So they said whenever they first arrived, they started a fire, and Isaac went off fishing. Then the parents decided they wanted to go to the river area, and they started to go off, but DEORR did not want to go. So they called back to Grandpa to tell Grandpa, "You're going to watch it." Grandpa swears he never heard them. That he was in the RV with the door open. He never heard them. So he didn't know he was responsible for the child. The parents, according to Lehigh County Sheriff Lynn Bowerman, were named as suspects in January 2016. That was the former county sheriff. But they had never been arrested or charged. The parents have claimed from the beginning they don't know what happened to their son. That when they came back from the river, the child was gone. Nobody knew where he was at. There was no sign of him. Not even the boots he was wearing that was one size too big that kept falling off. They weren't present. There was no blood. There was no sign of anything out of the ordinary except for the fact that DEORR was missing. Not there. Not being cared for by a responsible adult. Sorry, my eye is itching. Law enforcement has done professional and voluntary searches with crews on foot, horseback, and ATVs dozens of times over the years. And they've searched in the air using helicopters and drones. There's been 3 private investigators that have conducted their own investigations into the case, also with no solid evidence of DEORR's whereabouts being produced. So, the sheriff Penner says, "I don't know what happened. Was he abducted? Was he a victim of some kind of foul play? Or was it some kind of nature take? And by that I mean he could have slipped out of here and we just failed to find him." It's one of those 3. What happened? The grandmother, DEORR's grandmother, says she's still hopeful that he will be found safe. That's got to be hard to wake up each morning after so long and still feel that you're going to have an outcome, a solution to a situation that's going to be positive. You'll see on the missing person poster I'll put up an age progression photo of DEORR. If you have any information regarding this case, please contact the Idaho Falls Police Department, the Limhi County Sheriff's Department, the FBI, the Center for Missing Children. Just make that call. You can do it anonymous. You have true, pertinent information. Oh, sorry, my eyes are itching viciously. Let's ask Spirit. Spirit guide, angels and ancestors. What can you tell us regarding DEORR KUNTZ's disappearance? What happened to DEORR KUNTZ? First card out is the Moon. Something happened that they're trying to keep in the dark. They don't want it to come to surface. They don't want others to know the truth. It's hidden. I see a stream of water. And sorry, my eyes were itching so bad. I'm trying to see things clearly. Thank you, Spirit, for guiding us. 3 of Cups in reverse. Really? The removal of an extra energy. The removal of a complication. The removal of a roadblock. Who harmed DEORR KUNTZ Jr. Spirit? What happened to him was done in secret. It's being kept under wraps. Somebody was feeling closed in. It was too much pressure. They were overwhelmed. The 8 of Cups in reverse. Now they'd like to go back. They'd like to do this all over again. Yeah, I'm sure the hell they would. Most of us would like to repeat a big bad mistake to make it right. But this upset a very happy home situation. Not that it was the best home situation, but that little boy was happy. Most 3-year-olds are, right? Give him a few toys, give him a little bit of dirt, and give him something to eat. That's just, only make them take a bath once a day, you know, unless they really like water. But 4 of Wands in reverse is about home. It's about the good times. It's about the balance of your soul tribe. And this disrupted it. Well, the parents did end up getting divorced. And the mother later remarried. And then we have the Hermit in reverse. So somebody's wanting to speak up. Somebody wants to tell the truth. Somebody wants to come forward. They're scared. Looks like a chain of some sort holding them back. They don't want to go to jail. They, whew. I kept hearing this noise, and it's a grandson of mine making pizza. Forgive me. He's just in there getting him something munches. Good kids. So, let's get some clarifiers on this, because this person here does not. They want to speak up. They want to tell the truth. They want to bring enlightenment. They know what happened. But they don't want to pay the penalty. To pay the price. They don't want to be wrapped up in the consequences. So what clarifiers do we have for this reading regarding DEORR? Spirit, thank you for all messages forthcoming. What say ye? We have the Three of Cups in the upright, yeah. What? Spirit, was it one of the parents that hurt DEORR? Was it one of the parents? It was somebody who wanted to be single again. They didn't want this responsibility anymore. It was overwhelming. You see the Three of Swords is on the wall even. Their heart is broken. They feel like they're chained to this situation. It was not planned. It was spontaneous. Is there any clarifier, Spirit? This person absolutely wanted to be single again. They wanted to be admired. That's it. Not single. They wanted to be admired. They wanted to feel like they felt that DEORR was taking attention away from them. That DEORR took preference. Well, most kids do. If you're an adult, yeah. You gotta, look out for the kids, watch out for the kids, and help teach the kids. Usually do it as a team. Did Grandpa or Grandpa's friend? No. No Grandpa's friend did not involve it. It was not somebody outside of the immediate circle. It was not a community effort, in other words. Spirit is directly pointing to a parent. A parent who felt like they were overwhelmed, overworked, over-struggling for attention that they couldn't get. Let's see what this side story is. Here we have the King of Pentacles. They can't get ahead. Can't get ahead. The money's not there. It's a struggle. It's just a damn burden. Ace of Wands. So much fussing and feuding going on. It's affecting the bedroom life. There's no passion left. Well, when you fuss and feud, that's what happens. Queen of Swords, a lot of fussing and feuding, I'm telling you. There was a lot of arguments going on. There was a lot of harsh words between these parents. They were lovers. They were soulmates. They were meant to be together. Spirit had brought them together. At one point, they had a very sharing, caring kind of love. But it was imbalanced. The Four of Wands is in reverse. Double confirmation that this was a family in crisis. That this family was not doing well together. They were not working together as a team, but more working against one another. King of Swords in reverse. Somebody was not following through on their truth. They weren't doing and keeping their promises. They said they were going to help out around the house, or help out with the child, or help out with laundry, or work a little more. No, they weren't. Because they wanted attention without how do I want to explain the spirit? They wanted all the attention for making the promises, but they weren't following through on the promises. Yeah, see this them? They want all the attention for making all the promises, and they want to get rich quick scheme. How can we get rich quick? What can we do to straighten things out financially and bring in abundance to us so that we're not struggling? Three of Pentacles in the upright. Changing residences. Moving to a place that's cheaper. Moving to a place that is possibly free or near free. To lessen the burden feeling upon this person. Yeah, trying to lessen the burden. That's the side story. This is what led up to DEORR being injured. This is what led up to DEORR's disappearance. This is so heavy. So Spirit's already saying this doesn't have anything to do with anybody else in the family. This is Mom, Dad, and DEORR. One of those parents was very overwhelmed. One of those parents had very low coping skills. Actually, one of those parents still has very low coping skills. Alright, so, Spirit, can you tell us, was DEORR harmed on July the 10th? Was DEORR harmed on July the 10th, 2015? We have the Queen of Wands. There was a lot of anger. A lot of anger. There was a big fight. Demanding. You see this face? Look at that face. Oh, look at that whip. A spanking that got out of control. I see a sunflower on the horse's head. An injury to the head, falling, hitting the head. Spirit, please clarify the Queen of Wands regarding DEORR. Ten of Swords in reverse. Not what caused the fatal injuries. But there was a lot of anger from one of the parents and a big attack on the child. An out of control attack. And the child hit his head. Was DEORR actually at Timber Creek Campground, July the 10th? Was he taken to Timber Creek Campground, July the 10th, Spirit? The Devil. The card of Scorpio. That was for control issues. That was to control the narrative. DEORR was never at the campground. The Devil shows regarding the campground that idea was brought up because it was a spontaneous trip in order to remove the search area from where the attack actually occurred. They did not mean, and Spirit's already revealed that to me, they did not mean to cause his death. That was not the intention. It was the result. Please clarify the Devil, Spirit, regarding DEORR having not been at Timber Creek Campground in Idaho Falls, Idaho. Wow. We have the Devil and we have death. Death is not pointing to DEORR's death being at the campground. It's pointing to changing venues. Because that's what this is. This is a change of venues. This is changing the narrative. We need to get the police focused on this other area instead of where we actually were when this occurred. I'm going to implore the police department to look into hotel rooms. Cheap ones, of course. Locally. to where they spent the night at, to be cool, the night before they went camping. Yeah, they're saying they were at home in that trailer or shanty or whatever it is that they live in. I've seen the videos of it. That's not where this happened. What I am seeing, a bathtub. It does look like a standard bathtub, but it could absolutely be an RV bathtub too. That's where DEORR hit his head. We're going to ask more questions, but I'm going to slow this down just a minute. And I want to get a romance oracle card for everyone invested in this reading. Take these like advice cards, okay? And this is coming out in reverse. By the way, all these cards, they're in the upright. So when they come out in reverse, Spirit's sending that out intentional. Because they're not in there mixed up. They're all in the upright. But this is about forgiving and learning. The parent that wants to speak up on this, the one who's the hermit here, is not forgiving the other one for what happened. They're still very convinced that they're going to be charged with a crime, and they probably will be. If nothing else but disposing of human remains. Covering up a crime, you know. There's several options. But they're not forgiving. And the person who caused these injuries that ultimately led to DEORR's demise is not learning anything different. Their coping skills are still very poor. They're still very overwhelmed, and they still feel that they should be receiving accolades for making promises that they're not keeping. Okay? So let's get your archangel card for your also for advice for this reading. Counselor. To the parent who's totally brokenhearted at the loss of DEORR, who knows the truth, I implore you to reach out. Reach out to your clergy, reach out to a counselor, reach out to an investigator. It's time to speak up. It's time to tell the truth. It's time to bring DEORR home. Archangel Azrael, you are a natural counselor and many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. But it's also about you reaching out. Listen to random voices around you and what they're saying. There's many, Spirit is sending you many opportunities to have lessons so you can get comfortable to bring the truth to the surface. Spirit guide, angels and ancestors, can you please help us with the information? I asked for help with information. And I get the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. That nobody's pursuing this avenue of questioning. And now's a good time to do so. So I hope any investigators, detectives, law enforcement, family members, friends who may view this reading can encourage the powers that be to bring questioning to the parents. Yeah, it'll be rewarding. It will be successful. It will cause information to come pouring out. This parent is, after all these years, ready to speak up. They need to know the door is open to speak up. That they have a friend to listen to them. Spirit, can you help us to know where DEORR is located? These are turned sideways. They came out very straightforward on that. Okay, now when that happens, it is, think about it as a direct message from Spirit, okay? So let's lay them out. We have the 4 of Pentacles sideways, 6 of Pentacles sideways, the Knight of Swords sideways, the 7 of Cups sideways, and the King of Pentacles sideways. Woo! Spirit. Okay. So, DEORR was put in a box. Woo. Woo. This is really heavy. DEORR was put in a box, okay? DEORR was, I say a box. It could have very well been a storage bin, plastic tub, like from Walmart, Dollar General. Then we have the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. I'm sorry, 6 of Pentacles sideways. And I'm an intuitive reader, so this is telling me that it was a very imbalanced situation. One parent was completely mourning what had occurred. The other parent was in mastermind panic mode. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. Now we're going to go forward. We're going to go out into the code and guide them where we want them to go. Knight of Swords. Yeah. Go out into the cold. Which, you know, the cold is outdoors, even though it was July. You're going out, separate from where this occurred at. Because you want to bring about the confusion with the 7 of Cups. You want to bring about smoke and mirrors. Because you don't want everybody to see who to truly point the finger at. The King of Pentacles. I do not know the parents' birthdays, but this is absolutely pointing to an earth sign, a Capricorn, a Taurus, or a Virgo. Was DEORR disposed of at the location where he passed away at? I know he's hidden. I got that. Two of Wands. Yeah. One of them was making all the decisions. Not both of them. The other two was just like totally numb. Not even knowing which way to respond. Yeah. Didn't even want to move forward. It was so not fair, not right. Why? How could this have even occurred? Is DEORR buried on the family farm or the family property? No. Six of Swords in reverse. No. No, and he's not near water. He was just randomly tossed. Wow. He was randomly dropped off in woods. In a wooded area. Not near water. So what's the most likely outcome of this reading, Spirit? The Tower. Bring that bit. I didn't finish that word. Bring that puppy down. Yeah. Somebody's going to pay for what they've done here. The truth needs to prevail. DEORR needs to be located. And the one who knows what happened needs to speak up. Out of love for DEORR. But bring that tower down. Let that baby burn. Seven of Cups. Yep. Let it burn with all the confusion, all the smoke. Everything that this person thought they were entitled to. All these accolades for promises they didn't keep. Show them what they're truly entitled to. What's behind curtain number 2? Oh, yes, that'd be the Idaho State Penitentiary. Poor little baby. Let's see what advice card Spirit can provide for all those invested in this reading from Spirit, Spirit Guide, Angels, Ancestors, and from DEORR with love. From this little man that's been missing for 6 years now, who needs to be found and located. Please come forward with the information to bring him home. Surrender to the journey. Release control. Yeah. Surrender to the journey. It's time to pay the piper. It's time to give the respect to DEORR after these 6 years that he didn't get when he was younger. It's now time to bring justice to DEORR. It's time to let go. All is well. The Creator is at your side. You don't have to do it alone. Your life is guided. This is not the time to try to control the details of your life. Let it flow. In other words, when they come to you and they have questions for you, let it flow. Give them the information freely. There are times to hold on, but this is the time to completely surrender. Surrender to the greater forces of the universe. Let go of wanting to control your future. Simply turn your challenges over to your special source. The Creator will escort you on your journey. That says it all. It's time to come forward with the truth. It's time to bring justice to DEORR. He's so deserving of it. What a gorgeous little guy. So surrender to the journey and release control. I'll see you all soon with your next reading. Namaste.